Parents of Reddit, what is the best, weird flex but okay, moment you've seen from your child? My 7-year-old said I know everything until you ask me a question. Welp. Okay. A master of quantum knowledge, I see. When my son was small, he kept a notebook full of tips. Tips like, never wear a cowboy suit in Ireland. Never stay at a hotel in the woods. When your parents ask you to do chores, pretend to be asleep and they'll forget. Always be good friends with a cousin. He has 38 first cousins, so no problem there. Always try really sick hard. If you invent something, don't test it out with a live person. Don't pronounce mom like mom, say mum, it'll be cooler. Be scared of the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Make your day better with seafood. Never say you are doing nothing to a parent. Never invite someone sick to your party. Don't use a pencil, sick, on thick and fancy paper. Never fight in a war, always get the biggest bed. If you have a bad taste in your mouth at the beach, you may need mouthwash. Never eat nuts you find in your yard. There's 325 of these tips, and they are all awesome. Edit. Yeah, he ripped the idea off the old Nickelodeon show Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. I didn't learn that until much later, but the tips are all his. Thanks for the love. Edit 2. Here's a few more. Don't fart in public. Sick. Don't wear socks and sandals. It's okay to get mad at your sister if she doesn't understand you. Never learn too much in one day. Never dissect anything, just pair up with someone and make them do it. Never swim near fishermen. If you want to collect something you already have. Make your hair in a hip style. If someone is scaring you, pretend to be asleep. Had an Amber Alert hit my phone one night while my then 6-year-old was playing a game on it. She asks what that was, and I explained it's a message that gets sent out if a kid gets kidnapped. She looks at it again and sees it's for a town over 2 hours from where we live. She then asks me why they sent it if it's so far away. I said because they want everyone to look and find the kid. Wouldn't you want everyone to look if you got kidnapped? They want to find the kid so they don't get killed. She leans over close to my ear and whispers, I am very difficult to kill. I had to mute the Amber Alerts on my phone. My son saw one when he was 5 years old, and asked me about it. So I explained it, every hour or two, for almost a week afterward. He'd ask me, did they find the kid yet? Mom, were you even looking at license plates when you were driving? You have to pay attention in case you see her. Quote, when her body was found, my poor kid was devastated. He still writes down the license number whenever he sees an Amber Alert on one of those LED road signs, and sets it on the dash where I can see it. *** edit. *** gold. Thanks. I'm proud of my son. This is just one of many ways he shows his compassion and empathy. Tomorrow, he's going to the water park. Like most water park trips, he'll be bringing 2 pairs of goggles, just in case he makes a friend who needs a pair. A friend of mine had 2 young boys. The older one, maybe 5, was sitting with him and pointed at a white hair and said, "What's this, Papa?" My friend said, "Oh, it just means I am getting old," and his son looked at him dead serious. Looked at his brother and said, "Well, I guess it's just us and Mom soon. Huh?" When my son was about 5, we went to visit relatives in the Washington, D.C. area. We were on the metro when my son eyed a very pretty professional young woman. "I've got a lot of blocks," he told her. "If you come to my room, I'll show you." Then he made motorcycle noises for about 10 seconds. My son told me he doesn't need school because he already knows the name of 10 dinosaurs. Edit. For anyone who wants to know, my son's favorite dino is the Spinosaurus. When my son was potty training, I started letting him do the cleanup. Then I'd have to finish. After a bit of this, he figured he was pretty well good to go on his own. And he was very big boy about it. So for the next couple of weeks, he'd do his thing, which always included stripping naked, then come running out to wherever I was. bend over with his cheeks spread, and shout, "Hey, Mom, I wipe my butt asterisk all by myself. Asterisk look it." Quote. Mine can't do this, so she comes out and bends over with her shit-covered ass in the air ready for me to wipe. Edit. Gold. Thank you, kind stranger. I'll think of you next time I am presented with a shit-covered ass. My 4-year-old son kept peeing on the toilet seat because he wouldn't hold his penis. I told him he had to start holding it, and his response was, "I can't hold it because it's too big." Edit. Welp. After spending 7 years on Reddit, my most popular comment is now about my 4-year-old's penis. Thank you. When I was an after-school tutor for primary school kids, I excused a boy to the bathroom this year. He came back telling me he made the biggest poo in the world. He intentionally didn't flush so that I could come look at it. I told him that was great, but it was art time. He said his big poo was art. A regular Pablo Picasso. Not a kid, but when I was 5, I had a mad crush on the 20-year-old daughter of this wealthy family friend of ours. I had asked for her hand in marriage and she agreed willingly. Playful to her but fully serious on my part. She was carrying her soon-to-be groom when her mother confronted me. "You need to have money if you want to marry my daughter." I looked right into her eyes and without missing a beat reached into my little pockets and tossed her a penny. Her face priceless. My smirk flawless. My game never peaked again. Not my kid, but a friend of mine was trying to teach his daughter to pick up her toys when she was younger. When she didn't do it one time, he told her he was going to throw away everything that was still on the floor. She picked them up and put them in the trash can for him this year. My son did something similar. When he was being punished, my wife took everything, every toy, out of his room with him screaming and protesting the entire while. When she was done, he had the fucking temerity to say, "You forgot my books." Though my wife was going to stroke out. Edit. My son was 4 and couldn't read by himself. As they get older, taking books away is a more serious punishment, as it was for me as a child. But at this point, and especially since he was going to bed anyway, he was just being a dick. Edit. He actually stopped crying and deadpanned his line. My 6-year-old son recently put his foot down, letting me know it was not okay for me to tell him what he could wear or not because he is allowed to have his own fashion. Okay, fine. Shorts, sandals and one black sock it is. I contemplated having a button made that said, "I dressed myself today," for my children to proudly wear them, not realizing it was mostly so other adults would stop judging me for my kids' fashion choices. Edit. Thanks for the silver. I'm glad my random comment sparked such a lively conversation. When I was 6, my absent father came back into my life briefly and I paraded him around all of my friends bragging, saying, "This is my dad. I bet you thought I didn't have a dad. But I did." Quote. He was gone again within a month. LMAO. My son was in the tub and asked exactly how old he was. Me. Monsieur, about 4 years, 10 months, and 4 days. After a few moments of deep thought, I heard him say quietly and reverently to himself, "And I haven't been bit by a single wild animal. Oh man. Still kills me." Edit. Thanks for the silver and gold. I will take him for ice cream today to celebrate his continued escape from Monsieur. Squirrels? I dunno. We live in the city. Obligatory, not a parent, but Anne of 6. My youngest nephew was 4 at the time and was watching me finish my makeup at my sister's house. All of my nieces and nephews are mixed black-white, so he's aware he's lighter than me as I'm black. But he was curious about it. "Nephew, and little Usagi, are you brown?" He has a lisp and it's adorable. Me. "Yeah, I'm brown." "You're brown too. Like a mocha." N. Suddenly indignant. "No, I not. I Python. And that's my brother Quentin." M. Cool. "You're Grayson. He's Quentin. And I'm brown." N. Asterisk nods head vigorously asterisk. Reminds me of a story from work the other day. I teach preschool. My class is 2 and 3-year-olds. I am getting the kids to clean up for lunch. Most are following directions and putting away their toys to come sit down. But I have one who, after being told and directed several times, still isn't listening. I finally said, quite firmly, "Kid's name, please go put away your puzzle and come sit down. It's lunchtime." As I am walking away, I said something like, "Holy cow, little dude," because by this time I've probably told him 5 times to follow directions, and listening ears had not been on all morning. He got so offended and told me I not a cow. First name, last name,